For centuries, humanity had gazed at the stars, dreaming of the day when Earth might take its place among the great civilizations of the cosmos. But most dismissed such hopes as fantasy. The universe was vast, filled with countless alien species and advanced empires, and Earth remained just a small, isolated blue planet, technologically primitive compared to the sprawling galactic powers. Then, without warning, everything changed. One ordinary day, deep space monitoring stations across Earth detected an unusual signal. It wasn't the usual cosmic noise or the faint echoes of distant quasars. This was an unmistakably intelligent transmission. Within hours, the message was decoded, revealing a formal invitation. Earth was to join the Galactic Council, the governing alliance of the galaxy's most advanced and influential civilizations. The news spread like wildfire. Governments, scientists, military leaders, and citizens alike were stunned. How had Earth, so young and relatively unremarkable in cosmic terms, caught the attention of the galaxy's elite? The Galactic Council was known to include species whose technology spanned millennia and whose cultures were beyond human comprehension. For Earth to be invited was unprecedented. In capitals around the world, emergency meetings were called. The United Nations convened a special session, bringing together representatives from every nation. The question on everyone's mind: what did this invitation mean for humanity's future? Skeptics warned of traps and political games. Optimists celebrated the dawn of a new era for mankind. Scientists scrambled to analyze the message's origin and content, marveling at the technology that allowed such long-distance communication. Linguists worked to understand the nuances of the alien language embedded within the signal. The consensus was clear. This was not a random encounter or a prank. It was a sincere official request. Earth's leaders agreed to send a delegation to represent humanity at the Galactic Council. This would be the first time humans ventured beyond the solar system with the explicit purpose of diplomacy among the stars. The task was daunting. Earth had no experience in interstellar politics, no knowledge of alien customs or laws. Yet, the invitation was a recognition of Earth's growing scientific achievements, its burgeoning unity, and its untapped potential. Meanwhile, public opinion on Earth was divided. Many were excited, dreaming of exploration and contact with alien civilizations. Others feared the unknown, worrying about cultural contamination, loss of sovereignty, or even invasion. Religious groups debated the spiritual implications while philosophers pondered humanity's place in the cosmos. The media buzzed with speculation. Would Earth become a member of a peaceful galactic community? Or was this an elaborate test? What expectations did the Council have of humanity? Could humans rise to the challenge of representing a young, passionate species among ancient, inscrutable powers? Behind the scenes, engineers and scientists accelerated the development of a special starship to carry the delegation across light years of space, a vessel equipped with advanced technology, diplomatic facilities, and means of communication, compatible with the Galactic Council. As the day of departure approached, Earth's first ambassadors prepared themselves for a journey that would redefine humanity's future. They studied alien cultures, languages, and histories. Limited but crucial knowledge gathered from intercepted transmissions and council archives shared in the invitation. When the starship finally lifted off, the eyes of every person on Earth turned skyward. The invitation had sparked hope, fear, and wonder. But above all, it marked the beginning of humanity's bold step into the galactic stage, an arrival that would soon leave the entire galaxy speechless. With the invitation accepted, and the delegation prepared, humanity's first step into the wider galaxy began, the journey to the Galactic Council. The starship, named the Horizon, was Earth's most advanced vessel yet, designed not only for speed and endurance but also as a symbol of human ingenuity and hope. Its sleek hull shimmered under Earth's sun before slipping silently into the void of space, carrying the hopes and fears of billions aboard. The voyage was unprecedented. No human had ever traveled beyond the solar system with such purpose, and the delegation quickly learned that the galaxy was far more complex and varied than anyone on Earth had imagined. As the Horizon crossed light years of empty space, the psyche, crew and diplomats prepared to face the unknown. Along the way, the Horizon encountered other species, some through chance encounters at trade stations or communication relays, others through carefully arranged rendezvous. Each meeting was a lesson in diversity. Alien customs, languages, appearances, and technologies challenged Earth's diplomats and scientists alike. Many species regarded humanity with suspicion. After all, Earth was a newcomer to galactic affairs, an unproven variable in a system of ancient alliances and rivalries. Some saw humans as naive, reckless, or even dangerous. Others underestimated Earth's potential, dismissing it as just another minor planet with primitive people. However, the humans' behavior often surprised their alien counterparts. Earth's delegation was marked by a unique blend of curiosity, humility, and determination. Instead of trying to dominate or intimidate, they sought understanding. When alien diplomats tried to assert superiority or dismiss Earth, the humans responded with honest questions and steady diplomacy. The journey also revealed humanity's distinctive strengths. Unlike many species bound by rigid traditions or long-standing conflicts, humans displayed adaptability and creativity. When faced with unfamiliar technology or alien customs, they improvised solutions and forged new paths. This resilience won quiet respect from some aboard the Horizon, and even among their alien contacts. Yet the voyage was not without challenges. Communication hurdles caused misunderstandings that sometimes threatened fragile goodwill. Cultural differences sparked tensions. The delegation faced moments of doubt, homesickness, and internal disagreement on how best to represent Earth's interests. In one particularly tense encounter, the Horizon docked at a bustling interstellar port where a faction known for their political cunning tested Earth's resolve. A diplomatic standoff erupted over access rights and resource claims. Earth's delegation relied on their ability to negotiate calmly and innovatively, avoiding conflict while making allies. This incident became a turning point, shifting some skeptical factions toward cautious optimism about humanity. Meanwhile, rumors about Earth's arrival spread throughout the galaxy. Some powerful council members whispered about Earth's potential threat or advantage. Others viewed humans as unpredictable wildcards, creatures with no cosmic history but limitless ambition. As the Horizon neared the council's seat, the atmosphere on board shifted. The delegation studied everything they knew about council protocol, languages, and customs. They prepared speeches and diplomatic overtures knowing the stakes were higher than ever. Yet beneath the surface, a quiet confidence grew. Earth was no longer just an isolated world. It was becoming a player on the galactic stage. The journey itself had changed the delegation, strengthening their resolve and deepening their understanding of what humanity could offer. The final stretch to the Galactic Council was both a physical and symbolic passage, from being unknown to becoming known, from isolation to inclusion. The galaxy watched and waited as Earth's first ambassadors approached the heart of interstellar power, ready to show that Earth's arrival was not just an event, but a turning point that would leave the entire galaxy speechless. The starship the Horizon glided gracefully into the orbit of the Galactic Council's central hub, an immense space station that dwarfed entire cities on Earth. This colossal structure was a marvel of alien engineering, a shimmering beacon suspended in the void, where hundreds of species gathered to debate, legislate, and govern the affairs of the galaxy. For the Earth delegation, this was both a moment of triumph and an overwhelming challenge. As the docking clamps sealed, the delegation's members exchanged tense glances. They were about to step into a world unlike anything humanity had ever known, a melting pot of cultures, technologies, and ideologies so diverse it defied comprehension. The council chambers themselves were colossal, filled with delegates of countless shapes, sizes, and forms. Some resembled humanoids, others looked like bioluminescent jellyfish, crystalline entities, or shifting clouds of energy. The initial reactions of the established council members ranged from curiosity to outright skepticism. Many had never encountered humans before, and some viewed Earth's arrival as an anomaly or even a potential threat. Whispers rippled through the chambers. A fledgling species, barely spacefaring, daring to enter the galaxy's most elite forum. The delegation could feel the weight of centuries of galactic politics pressing down on them. Yet Earth's representatives approached with a mixture of humility and quiet confidence. They presented themselves not as conquerors or challengers, but as learners and partners eager to contribute. Their speeches acknowledged Earth's late arrival on the galactic scene, but emphasized humanity's rapid progress, creativity, and resilience. What surprised many was humanity's frankness and emotional honesty. While other species often relied on formal protocol, grandiosity, or cryptic communication, humans spoke plainly and with genuine passion. They shared stories of Earth's struggles, wars, environmental crises, social upheaval, and how those challenges forged a species that prized cooperation, innovation, and hope. Despite their eloquence, the humans were still outsiders. Some council members openly questioned Earth's readiness to participate in galactic governance. They doubted whether humanity could handle the intricate diplomacy required or the responsibility that came with membership. Others worried Earth's impulsiveness might upset the fragile balance of power. During the opening sessions, debates flared. Earth's delegates were scrutinized, sometimes unfairly. Alien diplomats tested their knowledge, poked at cultural differences, and challenged Earth's positions on interstellar law, resource sharing, and peacekeeping. At times, the delegation felt isolated and vulnerable. Yet, in response to the skepticism, Earth's representatives displayed something unexpected: a willingness to listen and adapt. They asked questions, sought common ground, and proposed creative compromises. Instead of reacting defensively, humans approached problems with pragmatic solutions and a genuine desire to understand the myriad perspectives around them. This approach gradually softened attitudes. Some council members began to recognize that beneath Earth's rough edges lay a species with great potential. Their resilience, flexibility, and earnestness stood in contrast to centuries-old grudges and rigid traditions that bogged down many other civilizations. Outside the chambers, whispers of surprise spread through the Galactic Council. Earth was no longer just a curiosity. It was becoming a topic of serious discussion. Could this young planet's representatives bring fresh ideas and energy to the ancient institution? Could they challenge the status quo without destroying it? As the first council sessions concluded, the delegation returned to the horizon with a mixture of relief and cautious optimism. The road ahead would be difficult. Political games, cultural clashes, and high stakes awaited. But Earth had made its first impression, and it was clear that the galaxy's elite had been taken aback by the unexpected humanity behind the blue planet. The stage was set for the next phase of Earth's journey, a test not only of diplomacy, but of courage, innovation, and the true spirit of a species that had only just begun to reveal its place among the stars. Just as Earth's delegation began to find its footing within the Galactic Council, an unforeseen crisis erupted, one that would shake the very foundations of the Interstellar Alliance. A rogue faction, known as the Veilborn, surfaced from the dark fringes of the galaxy. Their motives were unclear, but their actions were devastating. Sudden, coordinated strikes on several key Council worlds, disrupting communication networks, trade routes, and even threatening the fragile peace that held together countless species. Panic rippled through the Council chambers. For centuries, the Galactic Council had managed conflicts through diplomacy and subtle power plays, rarely resorting to open warfare. The Veilborn threat, however, was raw, direct, and indiscriminate. A dangerous wildcard that no one had anticipated. Established member species scrambled to respond, but their efforts were hampered by mistrust, bureaucracy, and outdated war protocols. In this moment of crisis, Earth's delegation saw both peril and opportunity. The galaxy was fractured, uncertain, and desperate for solutions. The Council's old guard debated endlessly, unable to unify around a strategy. Meanwhile, the humans proposed an unconventional plan that stunned many. Rather than relying solely on overwhelming force or espionage, Earth advocated for a multi-pronged approach blending guerrilla tactics, rapid innovation, and unprecedented cooperation among diverse species. The plan hinged on Earth's unique qualities: adaptability, quick thinking, and an unconventional approach to problems honed through millennia of surviving natural disasters, conflicts, and rapid technological changes. It called for combining Earth's experimental technologies with the specialized capabilities of other species, creating agile task forces able to respond quickly and unpredictably. Some council members reacted with disbelief or hostility. They feared that Earth's boldness was reckless, that humans lacked the experience or discipline necessary for such an operation. There were concerns that Earth's methods might provoke the Veilborn into greater violence or destabilize the already fragile alliance. Despite the opposition, a growing faction within the council rallied behind the human proposal. Representatives from several species saw the wisdom in adopting new tactics and breaking free from the slow-moving, rigid military doctrines that had defined galactic defense for centuries. This coalition pressured the council to grant Earth's plan a trial run, with the human delegation leading a joint task force. As preparations began, Earth's delegation worked tirelessly to coordinate between species with vastly different cultures, technologies, and communication styles. It was a monumental challenge to unite such diversity into a cohesive force, but the humans' natural empathy and diplomatic skills helped bridge gaps and foster trust. The Veilborn, meanwhile, continued their attacks, increasing pressure on the Council to act swiftly. The first missions of the new task force tested Earth's strategy under fire. Daring raids, swift counterattacks, and innovative technologies combined to disrupt the Veilborn's supply lines and communications. The galaxy watched with bated breath as this unconventional force pushed back against an enemy no one had dared confront before. Slowly, attitudes within the Council began to shift. The success of Earth's strategy demonstrated that humanity's unorthodox approach was not only viable, but essential in this new era of galactic conflict. The humans' willingness to take risks and adapt quickly provided a stark contrast to the inertia of many older species. This crisis was more than a battle against an external enemy. It became a proving ground for Earth's place in the Galactic Council. The delegation's leadership, creativity, and tenacity challenged preconceived notions and shattered doubts about humanity's readiness and value. By the time the Veilborn threat was contained, Earth was no longer seen as a mere newcomer or curiosity. The galaxy had witnessed human courage and ingenuity in action. The once skeptical members of the Council now regarded Earth with a mixture of respect and cautious admiration. The unexpected challenge had forced the galaxy to change, and in doing so it had transformed Earth's role from outsider to indispensable ally. The stage was set for a new chapter in galactic history, with humanity ready to lead and inspire in ways no one could have imagined. After Earth's delegation had proven itself through crisis and diplomacy, the Galactic Council began to open more doors to humanity, sharing knowledge, technology, and secrets accumulated over millennia. But with this trust came a revelation, so profound, it would shake the very foundations of galactic understanding and leave the Council speechless. It started with the discovery of an ancient archive hidden deep within the Council's vaults, a repository of records, holograms, and artifacts from a lost civilization known as the Athari. The Athari were legendary among many species, said to have vanished mysteriously thousands of years ago, leaving behind technologies and wisdom far beyond current comprehension. Their disappearance was a cosmic mystery that had baffled scholars across countless worlds. Earth scientists and historians were granted special access to the archive as part of a cooperative research initiative. Among the thousands of data fragments, they found something extraordinary: detailed records of a species remarkably similar to humans, biologically, culturally, and philosophically. The similarities were uncanny, suggesting a shared ancestry or some form of ancient connection. This revelation sent shockwaves through the Galactic Council. If the Athari were ancestors or relatives of humanity, it meant Earth was not just an isolated planet of late bloomers, but part of a larger cosmic story. It challenged long-held beliefs about human origins, the galaxy's history, and the very nature of life itself. Council members debated fiercely over the implications. Some embraced the idea, seeing it as proof of a deep cosmic kinship that could unite disparate species. Others were skeptical, worried that the discovery might destabilize fragile political alliances or lead to dangerous power struggles over Athari legacy technology and knowledge. Meanwhile, Earth's delegation worked tirelessly to understand and interpret the archive. The Athari's advanced knowledge included insights into faster-than-light travel, energy manipulation, and even forms of consciousness that transcended physical form. But more than technology, the records revealed a philosophy centered on balance, cooperation, and the pursuit of wisdom. A philosophy that deeply resonated with human ideals. This shared heritage reshaped humanity's identity within the galaxy. The humans were no longer just newcomers. They were heirs to a legacy that many species had long forgotten or dismissed as myth. This newfound status gave Earth a unique voice in the Council, one that carried historical weight and moral authority. However, with revelation came responsibility. The Athari's disappearance had been linked to a cautionary tale about hubris and the misuse of power. The Galactic Council, guided by humanity's fresh perspective, vowed to learn from the past and avoid repeating the mistakes that led to the ancient civilization's downfall. The revelation also sparked renewed interest in Earth's culture, history, and potential. Scholars and diplomats from other species sought closer ties with humans, hoping to unlock further secrets and strengthen alliances. Earth became a hub of cultural exchange, scientific collaboration, and philosophical dialogue. Yet, this period of optimism was tempered by caution. The Galactic Council remained vigilant against factions seeking to exploit the Athari legacy for dominance. The Earth delegation found itself at the center of intense political maneuvering, navigating a delicate balance between sharing knowledge and protecting its newfound heritage. Ultimately, the revelation transformed the Galactic Council itself. It reminded all members that the galaxy's history was interconnected in ways no one had fully understood. Earth's arrival had not just left the galaxy speechless because of human ingenuity, but because humanity represented a key to unlocking the galaxy's deepest mysteries. As Part 5 closes, Earth stands at a crossroads, embracing its past, shaping its future, and preparing for challenges that transcend politics and power, reaching into the very soul of the cosmos. The revelations about humanity's deep cosmic heritage had sent ripples through the Galactic Council, reshaping alliances and sparking both hope and caution across the galaxy. But it was in the aftermath of these discoveries that Earth truly transformed from an outsider to a beacon of change, ushering in a new era for the entire interstellar community. With the ancient knowledge of the Athari now partially decoded, Earth became a vital hub of innovation, philosophy, and diplomacy. The once skeptical council members gradually embraced humanity's fresh perspective, one rooted in resilience, empathy, and an openness to change. Humans shared their vision of cooperation, emphasizing that the galaxy's survival depended on unity, not division. Human leaders proposed a series of groundbreaking initiatives aimed at fostering peace, scientific collaboration, and cultural exchange. These included the establishment of the Galactic Unity Accord, a treaty designed to transcend old rivalries and promote collective stewardship of shared resources and knowledge. The accord was not merely political, it embodied the very spirit of the Athari philosophy, which stressed balance, respect, and mutual growth. The new treaty sparked excitement and cautious optimism throughout the Council. Species that had long been locked in cold wars or bitter competition began tentative talks toward reconciliation. Scientific projects once deemed impossible due to political barriers were now underway, combining diverse technologies and expertise to address pressing challenges like energy scarcity, environmental restoration, and faster-than-light communication. Yet, Earth's rise was not without opposition. Some powerful factions resisted the shifting power dynamics, fearing loss of influence or the unpredictability of human-driven change. Political intrigue and covert maneuvers persisted behind the scenes, but the momentum toward a new galactic order was undeniable. Amidst this, the Earth delegation continued to build bridges, not just politically but culturally and socially. Humans hosted summits, art exhibitions, and educational exchanges that introduced Earth's rich and varied cultures to the galaxy. The warmth, humor, and creativity of humanity broke down many barriers, transforming suspicion into curiosity and respect. On a deeper level, Earth's arrival had ignited a philosophical renaissance. Questions about identity, purpose, and the nature of consciousness spread through the council chambers and beyond. The ancient Etheri teachings inspired new schools of thought that blended science, spirituality, and ethics, urging species to see themselves as part of a greater cosmic web. The Galactic Council, once a rigid institution shaped by centuries-old traditions and politics, began to evolve. The council chambers, still filled with diverse species and fierce debates, now buzzed with genuine dialogue and the shared hope of a united future. Earth's role was no longer that of a newcomer struggling for acceptance, but of a catalyst for transformation. As the story closes, Earth's delegation reflects on the extraordinary journey, from isolated planet to pivotal player in the galaxy's destiny. The path had been fraught with challenges, skepticism, and danger, but it had also revealed humanity's true strengths: courage, empathy, and an unyielding desire to build a better future. The final scenes hint at even greater challenges ahead. New, cosmic mysteries, threats, and opportunities waiting beyond the horizon. But Earth, now fully integrated into the Galactic Council, was ready to face them, not alone, but as a leader among many, inspiring the galaxy to rise beyond its divisions and embrace a new dawn.